It's just kind of like a noise that's been wrangled. I wrote this song in about 2 weeks, and I wrote this song in about 20 minutes, but make it rhyme, it took about 2 weeks. Then it took me about 6 months to learn it. And if you pay taxes in this country, I'm sorry to say you help finance this song. I happen to be wearing a military uniform whenever I wrote. And I don't know what you guys know about the military, but you sit around a whole lot. And I was sitting around a whole lot when really a set of circumstances that was kind of stressing me out. And I was sitting there and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to write down my thoughts as they occur. And that's what I did. I wrote down my thoughts as they occurred. And then I went back and I made them rhyme. And I call this song Abe Partridge 403d Freakout. And it's not because I've counted how many freakouts I've had. I've likely had many more than 402 before this one. But I happen to be assigned to the 403rd Maintenance Unit at the time when I wrote this song. So your taxpayer funds went to at least some. I mean, it's better than a damn bomb. I mean, it's not that great, but it's better than a bomb. I mean, maybe it's better than a bomb. I think it's better than a bomb. It's certainly better than a bomb. I told you it ain't music, really, it's just noise. Well, sometimes I think we're already dead, or this trap that I call time is just some inception-like dream state I'm in. As I lay down, I think maybe we never existed at all. We're just some five-sensed hallucination, or just the mirror image of a higher reality beyond our comprehension. And I lie awake at night and I can't keep my mind from wondering about what it all means, that I have the ability to wonder what it all means. And you know that nobody in this whole wide world can give you the definition of consciousness. It doesn't venture off into religion or some kind of absurdist pseudoscience. And since I started listening to both sides, without caring on to which side I fell, I found out that there were more than two sides, if you really want to know a subject well, which only led me to more heartbreak as I thought about all the fights that have been started by two sides. And neither one of them were truly wrong or right. And then I started considering the brutality that I witness every day, and how numb to the sight of human suffering that I'd become in my middle age. Cause all the fascists and the commies been spewing out their dogmas, taking over the conversations. Any voice that's devoid of an agenda has been removed from consideration. And I started thinking about the weapons of mass destruction, biological and chemical and nukes, and that we could have had them all fired from the push of a button of this orange presidential buffoon. And so I started reading up on how I was going to survive a nuclear apocalypse. And after my research, I concluded I didn't even want to survive to live in a world like that. So even if I try to be positive and convince myself that someday we might actually see peace, well, it's then that I realize in like 1 billion years or something, our planet's going to cease to be, because the sun has gravity too, you know. We're being pulled in as we orbit. If we don't find a way to destroy ourselves, then the sun's going to do it for us. And so, la 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 la, turn off your mind. La 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 la, turn off your mind. La 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 la, turn off your mind. Because an active mind is the devil's playground. explorers and the greatest amongst us all, who gave their lives to learning and research and made great discoveries about the world. And then it occurred to me that all truth exists long before some learned man makes it known. I mean, if you think about it, E don't equal MC squared just because Einstein said it was so. And now, considering this, science kind of seems like a waste. I'm going to devote myself to art. At least an artist creates something of value, a unique representation of his art. Then I looked around at this plastic world and their frowning faces and their disdain for beauty, and I seen all the poor, starving artists dwelling at the fringes of a cold society. But you know that we would not have fur release if it were not for this individual named Beethoven. And we'd certainly not have the White Album if Paul McCartney never met John Lennon. And I said, well, maybe that's my problem. I miss my Lennon. Somehow that chance done passed me by, and that's the reason I'm sitting here singing this stupid song and losing my freaking mind. And then even this stranger thought my tortured mind began to ponder. Lord, I wonder what if Einstein would have met McCartney first while John Lennon was studying the great wonders. I mean, I ain't saying it would have been the Beatles, man, but it would have been interesting to see what they put out, because I know that Einstein had some pretty cool hair, but I wonder if he could twist and shout. And maybe if Einstein had been singing, oh, bloody, oh, blada, instead of drafting the letter to Roosevelt that paved the way for a nuclear bomb, then a little boy from Nagasaki could have married a pretty young girl from Hiroshima, and they could have sang, oh, blah-dee, blah-da together and taught their children songs by the Beatles. And I can't imagine that the guy that wrote Imagine would have been any use in a science lab unless that lab had the sole purpose giving world peace a chance. And so we gotta get into science, and Einstein and McCartney, we gotta find a way to get back in time. But then I realized if we ever build a time machine, it'll be based on the scientific work of Albert Einstein. So la 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 la, turn off your mind. La 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 la, turn off your mind. La 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 la, turn off your mind. Because an active mind is the devil's playground. The devil's playground. All right, y'all go get you a beer or something.